I bought 13 smartphones from the thrift store, and today we're going to go through them in this video with two specific goals. Goal number one is, if possible, return these smartphones to the original owners. Because if this goes anything like my other videos, there's still all of the user data on the phone, and I could find a phone number, call them up, and try to return the phone. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to try it. At first, I wasn't sure what I had in this box, but I've got old Android devices, some vintage Apple devices, and heck, I've even got, well, this phone here was given away free from the government. And goal number two is to see if I could repair some of these smartphones. I'm no technician, but I'm going to give it a try. To do the repairs, I'm going to be using this E1 Next workstation, thanks to Fanttik for sponsoring this video. The repair kit's got 12 different types of tools, a magnetic mat, and probably my favorite part is if you turn it right here, it's got a built-in electric screwdriver. And don't worry, it's got adjustable torque settings so you don't strip those screws. And under this leather mat, there are 64 different magnetic bits, so it doesn't really matter what you're repairing, you will definitely have a bit. You guys will see more of the kit throughout the video as I'm using it, but if you want to grab one for yourself, they are currently running a big Prime Day sale right now, and you could get one for 57% off. All you need to do is use the code on screen. All information is down in the description. So where did I get the phones? Well, I pretty much every morning go to a route of thrift stores in my city. I've had really good luck at this one called Deseret Industries, and I actually got this box in May, but it's been sitting in a room for a while, and I paid 45 bucks for all of these phones. But I've also got them off of eBay before, but yeah, this one, it came from a thrift store. Without further ado, let's dig into this box, starting with the iPhone 3GS, and this thing... Yeah, this thing's ancient. It was released in 2009. What is that, 16 years old? It looks kind of like a bubble. And it's pretty beat up. Now, I did charge all of these phones to at least turn on, and this one turns on, but it's missing screws in the bottom. And the screen is also white. With the missing screws, I'd assume someone tried to repair this and probably ruined the screen, so I ordered some parts off of eBay so we could swap the screen out. Oh, the joy of eBay. I figured I would just get a whole 3GS, and I got it from a company called ABR Electronics Shop. Shout out to them. I just got the whole 3GS because I figure I could use other parts from it in the future, and it came as described. It's a used 3GS, and ooh, a note. Thank you for shopping at ABR Electronics Shop. You're welcome. Now, my way of thinking is I'll take the screen off of the one I got from eBay and I'll put it onto the phone that has the damaged LCD. And of course, I'm going to be using the electric screwdriver that comes with the Next E1 kit down in the description. And this was before the days of the pentalobe screws. I'm just using a mini Phillips head that came in the kit, and we've got to unscrew these two screws at the bottom of the 3GS first. The entire reason I wanted to do this is to see if I could get the phone to turn on with the good screen and get the information from it to return it to the original owner. Doing this 3GS repair blew my mind because I forgot how simplistic phone repair used to be. Also, I'm just showing you guys that the phone I got from eBay does power on. I'm just showing you that it works. Like literally 2 screws, and then you put the suction cup on the screen and lift carefully, and once that's popped up, all you have to do is undo some of the ribbon cables under the screen. The ribbon cables are even numbered to show you the order that you should take them out, and the hardest ribbon cable was this one because it's got a clamp that holds the ribbon in place. I tried to get a close-up shot here, but you basically lift up on that clamp just like that, and then the ribbon cable just slides out super easily, as you can see here. There you go. We'll go ahead and put this to the side, and then we're going to need to repeat all of those steps on this one, and this is the one with the damaged LCD that's white. I bet my nuggets that this is damaged because someone tried to do this repair themselves. And it's kind of funny they failed because it's such a simple repair. I was expecting to see some damage or something done to the ribbon cables, but everything looks just as normal. But yeah, I'm not a technician, I wouldn't know, but nothing looks suspicious here. Either way, it was out with the old and in with the new, which is what I'm installing here. And to my surprise, that's all it needed. The phone turned right on, no more white screen. And from here, I was able to go into the phone and find an iCloud email, which I sent an email to, and surprisingly, I got a response. Once I confirmed that the phone was fully operable, I just snapped the screen back into place and then put the 2 screws back, which is very, very straightforward. With the iCloud email I found, I sent an email saying, "Hi, I hope you're well. You and I have never met, so I understand this email might seem odd. I've recently purchased a bucket of old phones from the Droid Industries thrift store in Sandy, Utah. One of the phones was an old iPhone 3GS, which I'm assuming you misplaced. I found your email in the settings. Unsure if you will receive this email though. I'd be happy to return it to you if interested, or I can reset it and use it as a nostalgic piece to my collection. I figure the nostalgia and sentiment would be of some value to you though. Let me know, and I'm happy to do as you wish." To my surprise, they answered pretty fast. They said, "Hey John, I wonder if it got misplaced in there. We've been looking for it, but because it was dead, the Find My iPhone could not track it. I work in Sandy today and tomorrow. We can meet up somewhere." He gave me his phone number and then said, "Much aloha," with a hang loose. The guy gave me an address. I'm here at a dental office. And so I'm gonna drop this off at the front counter reception, and he can enjoy his long-lost iPhone 3GS. Hello. How are you? Good. Is this here?
Yes.
I've got his phone, yeah.
Thank you for bringing that.
No problem. I bought it.
Awesome.
I bought a box of phones from the thrift store.
Yeah.
And I'm just going through all of them trying to find the owners. I did not want to interrupt him at work, so once I dropped it off, I said, "Hey, it's been dropped off. I'm also curious to know how long it had been lost." And he messaged me back and said, "Sorry, I just missed you, John. I think about 1 to 2 months. Thank you again." I said, "No worries. I figured you'd been working, so I just dropped it off quick. Oh, hey, that's a pretty quick turnaround. Then not too bad. No problem at all. Glad it got back to you." But that wasn't the case with all of these phones. There's some phones in here that have been lost for a really long time, like this iPhone 6. It looks like it's been to hell and back. This phone's definitely seen better days, but at the same time, you could tell that this thing got some love. The good old Dabney Lee phone cases, gotta love those. Oh yeah, I remember the tape. They used to put them over these cracked screens so the home button didn't pop out like an eyeball hanging from the optic nerve. It's so fun for me to look at these lots because at one time this was someone's pretty much pocket computer. They used them for everything and they've just got a lot of personality in them. In the end, the phone powered on and the screen worked as normal. Fully functional, no issues that I could find. I didn't use this heavily, but I did see a note on the calendar that there is Wednesday night church at First Baptist Church at 6 p.m. There was also hordes of children's games. Okay, not hordes, but a full page of children's games. And it wasn't hard for me to go into the settings and find the owner's iCloud. But even better, I just went to the contacts of the phone and found my phone number, which I was able to give a phone call to.
Hello?
Hi, is this
And I asked who's calling.
Yeah, my name is John. I bought a box of cell phones from Droid Industries, and one of the phones wasn't reset, and I just went into the contacts and found your number as the owner of the phone, so was curious to know. She would probably, because the phone, it says it's from 2018. I'm sure she would like to have some of those memories still, so I'm happy to. Yeah, my name is John, and I'm in Utah. The daughter did end up texting me. She said, "My name is blank. You spoke to my mom earlier about my old iPhone 6 you bought and it still has photos on it." I said, "Yes, I got a box of phones from the thrift store and it was in there. Unsure if it was lost, but I looked in the contacts, my number section, and found your number there. Or your mom's, I think." She replied, "You're an awesome person. My address is blank. I won't be home for a while. I'm at an appointment." And I said I could drop it off in the mailbox if that works for you, or in a bag on the porch or something. I'm about to run some errands anyways. And I did exactly that. I put the iPhone in a bag and then the bag into a box, and I dropped it off to her house, and hopefully she enjoys that phone. And then I ran into phones like this. This thing is 15 years old. I think it's like a Droid X. Ugh, unfortunately, the previous owner of this phone was a BYU fan. This phone here is running Android 2.3.4. Crazy. Like the other phones, I was able to go into the settings and just find my phone number. And I called the phone number after I was able to find a name, which is linked to an email on the phone. And I shot the owner of this old phone a call. And this is how that conversation went. "Hi, is this..."
Yes.
Hi, my name is John. This is going to sound weird, but I bought a box of smartphones from Droid Industries. I'm going through this box. There's probably 13 phones, and I found it's a 15-year-old cell phone, and I'm trying to return these cell phones. You know, I just figured I would try to return what I could.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's just trash it.
Okay, sounds good.
But we're out of state right now anyway, so.
Okay, yeah, I'll reset it and wipe everything off of it for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. All right,
Good.
you have a good one.
You too. Thanks.
Yep, bye. And then there's these ones. This is an iPhone 4, 15 years old as of this year. It's got the home button bubble or button. I don't remember what they call these. 30-pin charge port. Man, this thing's ancient. The only thing that was wrong with it is the power button on top is jammed, and I did pop off the back glass, but I went to the iFixit resource page, and they said that was an extremely difficult repair, so I didn't want to take the time to do that because the phone turns on normally. All I found in the phone was an email, which I sent an email to, and I haven't heard back from them. I don't know if I'd respond to this email either, but I said, "My name is John. I recently purchased a box of phones from the Desert Industries in Sandy, Utah. An iPhone with your iCloud email was in the box, blah, 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 blah." And yeah, I haven't heard from them yet. Now, as I got deeper into the box, my luck started to go the other way. This is a Galaxy J7 Star, which I was excited about because this was released in 2018. It had one of these pesky magnet mounts. I don't know if you guys have dealt with these, but you stick it on the back of your phone and then you could like stick it to a magnetized mount and these things would survive through a hurricane, bro. And for some reason, they just get on my nerves when they're on a phone because they're gross and I can't get them off. It's a straight up piece of metal with sticky on it. Ah, yes, looks like one of the first smartphones that I ever owned, and those mountains, those are the Wasatch Mountains. Now, I went to the settings of this phone because kind of like an iPhone, if you go to About in Samsung, you'll see a phone number with an IMEI number, even a owner's name sometimes. About a week ago, I left a voicemail, didn't get any calls back, so I guess I'm gonna have to take it upon myself to reset this phone, and it's coming to Brazil with us in December. There was also this Omnipod smartphone. This is for like insulin tracking. It was locked, but it had a phone number on the screen to call if it was lost. I never got a hold of anybody. And still no reply on the iPhone 4, although I have changed the wallpaper to the standard default. This phone was really bad news. I saw photos of someone's either crystal meth or heroin on a scale. I went ahead and reset that, and I'm going to recycle this one. Just all around bad news. This one here is like a Walmart budget phone, I believe. It was locked up, and this one here, this one I could not get to charge, but it looks like a decent phone. You guys probably know the model. And I couldn't really recover my luck. This Droid was locked. This iPhone 7 was also locked. This LCD on this phone was just pretty much blue, green, and black all at the same time, but the J7 Star powered on, and I couldn't find the owner to that. So I was able to return 2 of the phones, and I get to keep these phones. This is the one that the guy told me to toss, and I'm going to clear it and keep it. This is an AI translator. This is that ZTE phone that I was able to clear. I wasn't able to find an owner. Same with the J7. And then the iPhone 4, still haven't heard from the owner, so I get to keep those. As for the rest of the phones, which is like the majority of them, they are either locked or just trash. And so I'm going to for sure recycle the gross drug phone. As for the others, I might try to repair them, I might try to clear them, but let me know what you guys want me to do down in the comments below. Thank you so much for Fanttik for sponsoring this video, and be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video.